Willkommen! My name is Sean Huggins, and this is React with Hugs. Check out the new vlog linked in the description, and let's check out today's comment of the day. So today's comment of the day comes from Veraxial, and they say, "You learn German, I learn English." Veraxial, that sounds like a great deal. I think that me watching videos in German on this channel has been helping me learn a bit of German here and there. And of course, if you would like to watch my videos to learn a bit of English, then that is totally fine with me too. So sounds perfect. We can both benefit each other. Anyways, thank you again for the comment. Welcome to the channel, and let's get into today's reaction. So today we're back with Austin Perkins. I've been checking out a bunch of this guy's videos. He has some good stuff. He lived in Germany for a year and he made videos about his experience, and they're very interesting because he talks about stuff that I don't really think about while I'm living in Germany, or maybe I don't really appreciate it while I'm living in Germany, and it's interesting to see another person's perspective on these things. So today we got 8 habits I brought back from Germany. Life of a Germanized American. Very cool. All right, los geht's. Yeah. Wow.
Hey folks, what's up? Austin here. It has been a while since we've talked about anything face-to-face, especially Germany related. But today I just wanted to talk about 8 of the habits that I brought back from Germany from my year abroad.
Okay.
I don't play piano, if you were curious. I just happened to be in this room, or this happened to be the best looking room because my other options for filming this weren't super awesome. Here we go.
Okay. Decimal commas.
So when I was in Germany, I had an internship
at right. The decimals and the commas are switched in numbers. Already forgot about that.
Building physics and engineering firm, and so I worked a lot of spreadsheets and numbers, and for some reason Germany switches the functions of a decimal point in a comma and numbers. For example, take number 72,000.53.
My camera's in the way.
In Germany that'd be written as 72 decimal point
there we go.
000, comma 53. This took forever to get down while I was in Germany, and unfortunately by the end I had trained the habit well enough to bring it back. Needless to say, I did lose a few points on some of my calc tests during my first semester of college.
It's a little different, obviously, but it's not that big of a deal. It wasn't that hard to adjust, and honestly, I just don't really care which way I do it. Like, I can switch back and forth, and it's no big deal. But it is interesting to think about. I need to move my camera up here, maybe. Okay, let's try that. Los geht's!
During my first semester of college.
That's right. Or, now this is a very good one. This is one that I haven't been thinking about, and I do this all the time. This is a good one. Let's see what he has to say about it.
I was constantly saying or instead of right at the end of a declarative statement to turn it into a question. For example, in America, we more commonly say, "You have a dog, right?" While in Germany, it'd likely be said, "Du hast einen Hund, oder?" You have a dog, or?
Yeah, this one took me some time to get used to, actually. But now that I'm used to it, in Deutsch, I'm actually saying it mostly in English now too. Like when I'm talking with Isa, I'll say it like this: "You have a dog, or?" And yeah, that's definitely not a thing in America, so I'm pretty sure when I talk to my American friends and my family, then they probably think I'm crazy. But it is what it is. It's definitely a thing.
So this one really wasn't that big of a deal. It was just something that kind of sounded odd when I would say it, so I would start noticing that I was saying it more often.
Doch. Maybe the best German word. This is a word that you can't perfectly translate into English, and that sucks because it's such a good word.
To this day, I will still use doch sometimes if I'm not paying attention. Unfortunately, it's just one of those words that does not have a good English translation, but it totally should. Doch has such an awesome utility in conversational language. It's a real shame that we don't have it here. For example, here's one way that it works. Say you're walking down the street in a brand new pair of red pants, and I come up to you, I stroll over, and I say, "Hey you're not wearing red pants." You would probably look at me dead in the eye and say, "Doch." Essentially, it's a quick and easy way of contradicting a negative statement. Or in other words, it's stating that whatever the opposite of what was just said is in fact true. In our example, I came up to you and I said, "You're not wearing red pants," but you were wearing red pants, obviously. So you said, "Doch," like, obviously I am. Whatever you just said, the opposite of that is true. It's a cool word.
Such a great word, and one that I wish we had a translation for. All right.
So unlike Americans, Germans count on their fingers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This was a habit that I picked up while I was there, but in all honesty, it was not passively developed. You see, not too long before I went over to Germany, I had seen the movie Inglourious Basterds, and there's this one scene where Michael Fassbender's character is undercover as a German, but his cover gets blown because he orders 3 beers like this instead of like this, as a German would. So I saw that and I was like,
3 beers, please.
There's no way that's gonna be me. Because natürlich, my Deutsch accent is sehr gut, so the only thing truly keeping me back from going fully undercover as a German is their highly advanced method of finger counting. So I actively worked to make that a habit.
Very nice. Not drinking
so here's the
milk.
Deal. In Germany, milk does not need to be refrigerated and is often kept in boxes, just like in the cupboard or something. Yeah. And I was not about to drink room temperature milk, so I didn't. And now I'm lactose intolerant, so I still don't.
What? He went to Germany and contracted lactose intolerance. I didn't even know it was contagious. Apparently it is. Tomato and cucumber.
So I'm not quite sure.
Whoa. Okay, this is actually another great thing. Issa eats tomato and cucumber all the freaking time, like with a little bit of salt on it. She just eats that stuff. That's something that I would never really have thought about eating in America. I didn't even know that was a German thing, but apparently it is. I thought it was just an Issa thing. Wow, see? Learning so much already.
Sure if this is common like throughout all of Germany, but my 2 host families had cucumber and tomato salad all the time, like 3 or 4 times a week. Now, before coming to Germany, I was not a fan of either vegetables, but of course you don't want to be rude, so you power through, and by the end of the year, I couldn't get enough of the stuff. So yeah, I don't know if that's really a habit, but I do like tomatoes and cucumbers now, and I have Germany to thank for that.
7? Huh?
Habit number 7 is actually the number 7. You see, Germans write their 7s with a dash through the middle of the body, and I don't really know why this is. Ultimately, it helps differentiate the 7 from the 1, which is written kind of like...
Yes. The 1 is written almost like a 7 in Germany, like this, and the 7 has the line through it, which differentiates it even more from the 1 right here. This is something that I definitely had to get used to because I was writing numbers all the time at my job, and everybody would make fun of me for writing the 1 and the 7 in the American style and being like, people not knowing what numbers I'm writing, and I'm like, it's right there. You can read that. And they're like, no, you need to put the line or else you don't know what it is. Yeah, this was a big adjustment for me, but I got the hang of it after a while, and now I actually still write 7s with a line through it most of the time just because I just like the way that it looks now better. It looks more fancy, I think, even if I'm not writing it in the German style or for Germans. It still just, it looks fancier, and I like that, I think.
A 7. Anyway, for a while when I got back, I wrote both numbers of the German persuasion, but the 7 is the only one I've held on to this day.
Punctuality and getting to the point. This is another good one. I've always been very punctual even before moving to Germany with Issa, but maybe getting to the point, I might have gotten more blunt, a little more direct maybe. So this is another good one. This is interesting.
So habit number 8 is punctuality and getting to the point. These are more habits of thought and mind, but they're 2 of the greatest things I could have brought back with me from Germany. You see, Germans are super punctual. Being early is on time. Being on time is essentially being late in Germany.
Yes.
And just kind of like living in a culture that follows this rule,
I've always
just taught me to be on time all of the time. I show up early for everything now, and while the loss of time can sometimes be kind of annoying, the flip side of that is I'm never going to be late for anything, which is a huge plus.
I would rather waste my time being a bit early and just sitting around doing nothing, waiting for whatever appointment or whatever I'm going to. I would rather that and waste my time than have the stress and anxiety and embarrassment of being even a minute late. So I always try to get places a few minutes early at least. And that's something, like I said, that's something I did even before living in Germany with Isa, but definitely now it's double ingrained in my head, for sure.
Finally, Germans waste no time getting right to the point. Arbitrary small talk essentially just does not exist there. And while I would not say I'm by any means to the level of a German, being slightly more direct has been a huge boost for my conversational communicational efficiency.
Okay.
So those were the 8 habits I brought back from my year abroad in Germany.
Wow, okay. See, I like these videos because, like I said at the beginning, they talk about things that I don't even think about when I'm living in Germany this whole time. It's stuff that I take for granted or stuff that has changed about me that I don't even know that it changes about me because it's happening over such a long time and so slowly. And then I look back and I'm like, oh my God, I'm freaking becoming German. Anyways, that's all the time that I have for today. If you enjoyed, leave a like and a comment down below. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. We got new videos every single day. Check the links in the description for all of my other social media, including my vlog channel. Thank you guys so much for being here, and as always, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.